Hey guys, Pam here. I'm going to do another update. I know it was only a couple of weeks since I did one, but since I've changed my rotation so that I can focus on a project, I figured I would do an update video after every couple of weeks so that I could kind of keep myself on track. And also, I wanted to do a video early because you may have noticed I've changed my channel name. I changed it from my own personal name to Pam's Crafty Corner, only because I'm going to change the content a little bit too. I'm still going to do my Flosstube videos, so I will still have those up at least once a month like I've always been doing, but I just figured that I've had a lot of people asking me about my crochet and my Midori and all those sorts of things, and I figured I would start adding in some videos on my other crafts as well. So don't worry, they'll all be labeled very clearly, so if you only want to watch Flosstube videos, they will be labeled Flosstube. Ones with my crochet or how I make my Midori inserts or any of those other crafty things will be labeled as such. So you can skip them if you want to, or you can watch them all. Fill your boots. So yeah, so I hope everyone's been good. I'm having my coffee because I got something going on with my throat, which you can probably hear in my voice. I am in my craft room, which is painted a really lovely lime green on 3 of the walls, and it's nice and bright in here in the daytime. Because it's downstairs, so I painted it a bright color so it wouldn't be like a dark little dungeon room. However, everything in here looks green when I record, so we're just gonna have to bear with that. Yeah, so couple of things, some exciting news. I have noticed over the last couple of days that my subscribers have gone up quite a bit. I've got over 2,500 subscribers to my channel, and I don't know how that happened. I don't know. It still blows me away that there are that many people that would listen to me natter on about my cross stitching and life stuff and all that sort of thing, but oh my gosh, I'm so honored and so blessed that you would, spend your time with me and allow me to spend my time with you while you're stitching or working on another craft or doing whatever it is you choose to do. So I'm really, really thankful for that. Blown away. I'm blown away. So as a thank you for that, and for continuing to follow along with me on this little crafty journey, I'm going to do a giveaway. I am going to do a couple of things. I have to sort it out, but I think I'm going to do a gift certificate to like 123 Stitch or somewhere like that. And I have a couple of patterns in my stash that I have already stitched up, and I'm toying with the idea of kitting them up, like with the fabric and the DMC that they call for, and giving them away. So yeah, I'll figure that out this week, and when I do my next video, I will I'll have the giveaway included and the details all included in my next video. But yeah, that's a lot of people watching me, and I still can't believe it. So thank you so much. I really, really, truly appreciate it. I love this community. I've said it 100 times. I love the interaction with everybody. I love the comments and the, you know, the questions and all of that sort of stuff. I really enjoy it. And it keeps this video making process fun for me. I really enjoy it. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into my whips. So I worked on a couple of things, of course, like I said. When I had finished Record Girls last time, it was time for me to go back into my next piece in my rotation, which was Heaven and Earth Designs Old World Map. So I'm going to insert a picture of what it looked like before. And this, mind my park threads now, this is what it looks like now. Oh, this is going to be really bad for lighting. I really apologize. But this is it for the day. I wonder if I turn on another light. Hang on. Let me see. Hang on. I got another light here. Bear with me. I wonder, is that going to be any better? Here are my pajama pants. Oh, yeah, that's better. Okay. So this is Old World Map. So I've gone back up here. I was doing the challenge for Hade, and I just gave up on it. I got burnt out on the piece a little bit because I had done the previous challenge, which was a full page on this piece, and to go back and do it again, I just couldn't do it. So I decided to go back and start doing this top portion now, and start filling this in, because I had left it to do a full page for the challenge, the previous challenge. So I've gone back now to start filling this in. So I think before it was somewhere around here, and I've after filling in a nice bit of this. So I'm kind of pleased with that progress. It goes very slowly, very slowly. This piece has so much confetti in the top section that it is so hard to stitch that. So hard. But yeah, so that's Old World Map. Okay, so then the next piece I worked on, of course I went back to, this is going to be a really short whip update, isn't it? I went back to Record Girls, because that's what I'm doing. I'm participating in a Whip Those Whips challenge with some friends of mine through Facebook and Facebook Messenger. And I've decided to focus on my Record Girls piece. So I'll insert a picture of where it was before. And this is her now. This piece is really coming along. I'm really pleased with it. I have a wayward stitch right there that I need to fill in. But it's like one stitch of one lonely color. But there you go. She's coming along really well. I'm so pleased with her. This week I filled in, I think, a section here, and then I filled in all of this here, and some of this around her hair here. So right about here, where this starts to curve, this is the top of the second girl's head, I think, goes in here. The blonde girl. Because one of the girls is standing up, and the other girl is sitting down against with a record player. So, yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So that's where Record Girls is. The next piece I worked on was my Monopoly board, because I've been working on that at work. Run into a little bit of a problem with it. Nothing too serious. You're going to have to excuse me while I drink, because my throat is really giving me some trouble. And I feel like I need to clear it all the time. So I'm running into a little bit of problem with this piece. I'm not going to bother to insert a picture of where it was before, because y'all know what the Monopoly board looks like. But this is where it is now. And this is green and the room is green, so it's probably true to color. Okay, so here's the problem. I've got everything done now, except for the place names here. Okay, I have to fill those in. No big deal. And I have to put the gray bottom on the light bulb, but that's the only stitching left there. I have the outlines stitched in for community chest, where you put the community chest and chance cards on the board. And now I have to put in the logo. So I measured out the logo. I know how many stitches it's going to need to be. That's a piece of thread I've got there marking. It's a count marker for me. And this is the center. I marked where the center was, and I thought, because the logo was going on the board diagonally. But as you can see, the width of that there now, if I were to leave that, it's closer to this side of the board than it is to this side of the board. So I'm going to have to pick this out and shift it. Because of course, where I'm not working off of a chart, like this is something I did myself, I have to play around with it. I had to do the same thing with these blocks here. I had to play around with it was so many stitches out from, it was so many stitches up from the corner and so many stitches in, and so many stitches up from the corner and so many stitches in to make sure I had it on a perfect diagonal. And anyway, this is just off by a bit. What I decided to do is just stitch the outline of the logo first, and I figured if I could stitch the outline and see how the placement of it looked on the center, then I would know if I was good to go to stitch the interior of the logo and the man, like the little money man that comes with Monopoly. But this, I think I managed all the stitches the other night for the straight part of the logo. That's the bottom of the logo. The logo is actually going to go this way. Hang on. And as you can see, it's a little bit closer on this side over here than it is on that side there. So I'm going to rip that back out and shift it. And then once I'm comfortable with the placement of the border for the logo, I'll go ahead and stitch the logo. So that's where I am with Monopoly board. Again, I'm only working on that one at work on my breaks and stuff, so it's coming along. It's getting there, bit by bit. So that's Monopoly board. Next thing, Death by Cross Stitch. Who does not love this piece? Hang on, I still have it on my frame. I have been lucky enough the last few weeks. My daughter started university this year, and what's been happening is she has a couple of classes a day, but on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, she only has 2 classes, and they're back to back. So she's only at the university for 2 hours. She's there from 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock, and she's done for the day. And we live a half an hour, well, not quite half an hour, about 25 minutes drive, say, from the university. She's living at home while she's going to school, which is a great savings. We don't have to pay for her room and board anywhere. But she does need to be transported back and forth to university, like, every day. And she's working on getting her driver's license, but because she was really nervous about getting it first when she could, so she didn't, and she put it off. And anyway, now she's interested in getting her driver's license, but the thing is that parking at the university, there are some metered parking spaces, but everything else there you have to have a parking permit for, and trying to get a parking permit is like pulling hen's teeth. So what I did was, what we've done is we've been driving her in and out every day. So my husband will drop her off in the morning, I'll go back in the afternoon and pick her up, that kind of thing when I'm working nights. If I'm off, I'll drive her in myself and run some errands and then pick her up. if I don't have any errands to run, because it's a half an hour, like if she's only there for 2 hours, I'm not going to drive a half an hour in, drop her at the university, drive home for like an hour, and then have to turn around and go back and get her. Doesn't make any sense, right? So I've been going and dropping her off and getting a coffee and just parking in, like there's a couple of parking lots that you can park in, but your car can't be left unattended. Like they're like drop off and pick up zones sort of thing. So I've just gone and dropped in and sat in my car and stitched for like an hour and a half while she's in class after I get my coffee. So I've been getting some stitchy time in while I'm waiting for her in the middle of the day. So this is on my lap stand frame, and I'm going to leave it on here because I've decided that this piece is going to go back and forth with me in the car. So when I'm at the university and I got an hour to stitch, I can stitch while I'm waiting for her. So this is my Death by Cross Stitch. So I had it out the other day, and stitch this little motif here. Hang on, thread's in the way. Yeah, so this is like a funky little, I don't know what this is, like a crane, some kind of crane bird. Aztec-y looking crane type of bird trying to eat a fish. And then there's a border that goes around him. I can hold it a little closer if I turn it sideways so you can see it. So yeah, I am loving this piece. I am so in love with this piece. So in love with this piece. I'm stitching this 1/1 on 25 count antique white using DMC 939. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I keep stitching this, and I love this piece so much that now I'm thinking I want to get Big Red Ship from Ink Circles. And I'm blaming it Allie from Allie Stitchy Studio. I'm mostly blaming it on Allie because Allie's is just turning out lovely. And I'm also blaming it on Davina. I think that's how she says her name. Mummula. I don't know how to, I have no idea. I'll put links to their channels below. But I know there are 3 people who are doing Big Red Ship of Life. But Allie's from Allie Stitchy Studio, oh, I'm so much enjoying watching that piece come together. I love the color of red it's stitched with. I like the fabric she's doing it on. So now I'm thinking that if I'm doing this one in navy on antique white, I'm kind of thinking I would really, really, really love to do Big Red Ship as a companion piece almost. So I could kind of hang them together somewhere in the house. So do Big Red Ship on antique white as well with some kind of dark red. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I should join that madness. As if I haven't got enough, like, harebrained stuff going on here now as it is. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll put that on my list for a start in January as well. How's that? Here I am going to do, you know, Rosewood Manors and A Forest Grew. Yeah, I'm doing that in January. It's already on my list of starts for next year. That has 104 freaking colors in it, in case you didn't see my last video. But anyway, it's a lovely chart, and I love it, and I can't wait to start it. That's it for my whips. That's everything I have right now. Everything. I am currently working on my other Hate, which is Christmas Carol. Love that piece. I'm stitching that one 1/1 on 25 count as well. So I will have that one to show in my next video, and I will have Record Girls to show again in my next video, because when I'm done working on that Hate, I'm going to go back to Record Girls again, and then I'll be switching to my next one in my rotation, which is My Mirabilia? No. Yes. Yes? Yeah, I think my Mirabilia. My Mirabilia. That's what I'm going to work on next. Okay, so that's it for that. So channel content. Like I said, I'm going to change some stuff going on with my channel. I'm going to do crochet videos so I can show some of my crochet projects, what I've recently done, what I have stitched. It's not a lot. I'm not a huge, I don't know. I'm not an advanced crocheter, but I crochet. Blanket. I have, like, you know, mitts and gloves and hats and scarves and a few wraps and blankets and things like that. So I'm going to show those. I'm going to do a video about my Midori inserts and how I make them. Do I have an insert there I could show you? Yeah. So kind of like this sort of thing. I make these to go in my Midori. Just like, you know, like they're blank notebooks. To put in my Midori. Usually there's some checklists in them or something of that nature. Yeah. So, and then I'll decorate a few pages, put some little swirlies and things on, use some of my stamps from my scrapbooking, right? So, someone asked me how I make my inserts, and I figured I would share. So, I'm also going to do a video on how I organize and stitch a full coverage piece. Because, as you all know, I got a lot of full coverage pieces on the go. And I've already completed one before. I've got my Record Girls is, well, it's not halfway done, but just about halfway done. And I've tried a couple of different things for organizing my floss and organizing my pattern and how to stitch it, whether I do it in columns or rows, and I've had some questions from people, and then I changed how I stored my floss again, and I think the way I'm doing it now is the best way that works for me. Not necessarily that it's going to work for somebody else, but it works good for me. So I figured I would just do a video, a little update to show how I'm storing my floss for my large projects, how I organize my stuff for my large projects, and how I stitch my large projects. And I will continue to do a bi-weekly, hopefully bi-weekly-ish, Flosstube video. And I guess that's about it. So, next Flosstube video that I do, I will have information about the giveaway in that video. So make sure you watch my next Flosstube video, even if you skip the other ones. And I guess that's it. All right. Anyway, have a great day. Enjoy your stitching, and we'll chat with you soon. Bye. One last thing that I forgot to say. October. It is getting colder out. And my motivation to get outside and walk and do my active fitness thing is waning. I don't want to go outside anymore unless it's a really nice day and we're starting to lose that nice weather. It's been wet here. We've had a couple of really bad wind and rainstorms. So I am doing Fitbit and Stitch on Saturday, this Saturday, October 22nd. And that's where you pick a project of your choice, crochet, cross stitch, embroidery, whatever you want, and you stitch for an hour, and you follow it up by 30 minutes of activity, and then repeat. If you have a Fitbit and you want to join in on a Fitbit challenge, let me know below or on Instagram. I've also changed my Instagram name to match my channel name here. Let me know on Instagram or below, and I'll try and add you on a Fitbit challenge. Yeah, because yeah, it's just, it's the time of year, and I know I'm going to start slowing down, and I know I'm not going to be as motivated to get outside and be active and keep that weight off that I've lost. Not that it's all about weight loss. It's more for me about healthy living, but there's a reason in the Mi'kmaq culture that we call October Wagewigus. It's the word for October, it literally means fattening moon. Yeah, it's the time of year that the animals start to fatten up and they put on their weight for winter, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, so October may be Wagewigus, but I don't want to. I don't want it to be the fattening moon for me. So I am going to do Fit, Bit, and Stitch on Saturday. I have still been doing really well with my eating habits and you know, that sort of thing. I fell off the wagon a bit, but with the exercising, but I did have a period where I went through like a couple of migraines back to back, and it was nasty. And now, of course, I'm coming down with whatever I've got going on with my throat, which is just not making me feel like I want to get off my arse and go do something. So, join in with me on Saturday. Get me motivated. Make me get off the sofa. Make me get off my butt and do something. Anyway, guys, have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.